Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of our Transport Fever 2 playthrough with our Chicago Northwestern theme. This is episode 13 and things are getting busier and busier and busier. We are really getting close to our final goal. Remember, our goal is to make it so that every city is connected to passenger rail and that every city also has all of its product needs being met. Each city, uniquely having two. And you can see just from where I've got the camera locked in that we have quite a bit of activity going on. These parked assets you see right here are not actual trains, right? Those are just assets trying to build up the proviso yard a little bit, but you can just see from the number of trains moving in the background here that we have a lot of activity going on, which is really cool to see. I think coming up here we're going to do just a rail fanning episode where we just sit and watch some of the cool trains fly by. So it is 1989, and again we're starting to see some transition on some of our branch lines here. Uh-oh, we've got a problem. Oh, interesting. So it gave it the clear. Let's see, it would have traveled this way. Oh, I can't. Yeah, that is a dilemma. Okay. So the issue is I can't signalize here. What I need to do is I need to extend this passing siding, is what I need to do. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Not how I intended to start the episode, but an easy fix nonetheless. So the issue is, we had the signal here, and then so what it did was it measured. I'm going to put the signal back just so we can do this. So the signal is like about right here, right? And the way the signals work in the game is they simply measure. It's just a simple check. Is there anything on the line from here to the next signal? And if the answer is no, then it allows it to proceed. So the issue is the next signal is right here. Well, it's single track, so there's no way to move around. So that's why we need to extend the passing siding up to about right here should be fine. And then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do, we'll park it up right there. Okay. And we might as well add a few more signals going this way. So we're going to have to tell this train to back up. The only issue is which way is it going to... Yeah, we're just going to have to let it go. And it's just we're going to waste a trip, and that's okay. That'll fix it going forward. Okay. So anyway, as you can see, we've got a lot going on, right? We've got 3 trains moving in and out of Proviso at the same time, and Proviso is only one hotspot. This place is popping off. Our other major, Temecula has really kind of become a hub because you have this freight over here, and then also this is where I got to rename this. It's the Dakota 400, not the Dakotas 400. There we go. But it's where the Dakota 400 meets up with the Metro line, which is growing as well. So we've got a lot of activity going on. So we have 2 goals for today. First, Temecula is not actually yet, it's ironic, this is a larger city, yet we're seeing at least some of the 2 products here and some of the 2 products here, which, by the way, look at how much growth Flint can experience. It can be more than double the size potentially, which we're going to make it happen even more here with one of the plans we're going to do. So anyway, we need to get Temecula online. It needs goods. So right over here, we've got a goods factory, and we're actually in a pretty easy position to make this happen because we have an active steel mill right here, which look at how much, we don't need nearly that much, right? It's too much. And so we're good there. And up here, this could easily produce more plastic, right? So now we're also at the point though where the map is pretty darn congested with rail lines. I don't want to make new rail lines um, for this route. So what we're going to do also, I've started working on the prop intermodal yard over here for Proviso, because Proviso actually does start to handle a lot of intermodal traffic towards this. We're almost about to hit 1990. Anyway, so here's going to be the plan. We're gonna run a quick shuttle route. We'll do a new shuttle train from here up to Proviso, and it's just going to dump the steel off here. And then we already have plastic getting dumped off here. And then what we'll do is we'll run another intermodal train, because the beauty of these intermodal trains is they can handle basically any traffic. It'll then load up a bunch of plastic and steel. We'll run it up. And again, part of the goal here is to not make a bunch of rail lines. We'll add a station right here. Truck the stuff over here. And then we'll have it pick up on this line, which, by the way, I moved that line off camera. Remember I said I was thinking originally the line came up here and then over, but I realized it was boxing Billings in too much. It was going to really hinder the development. So pick it up here because we already have, where's our train at? We already have this train right here. And so Billings Tools, on its way back to Temecula, can pick up products, drop them back off here, and then we'll truck them into the city. So it's going to increase traffic. I think our infrastructure can handle it. Let's see if I'm right. So the first thing we got to do is, before we modify these lines, we need to get the train online from Proviso up to here. So let's go ahead and get a cargo station, no catenary, and I'm going to make this the longest one possible, purely because these intermodal trains have the potential to get pretty darn long. Okay, so we're just going to park it right here, so it'll literally just be like a siding going on right there. Okay, and then we're going to have that. Actually, hold on. I want to make sure that this action is smooth, because this is going to be when they're coming in full of cargo. And it looks, so yeah, too much slope. So how far? Okay. So we might need to back this up even further to give ourselves a little more room, which is fine. Okay, that looks clean. And then, ooh, no it does not. That looks rather ugly. I mean, if it's gonna run, I am totally willing to look past that. Okay, and then that looks clean as well. Okay, so signals. Make sure it's clear heading in. And I'm going to add one right here. I'm going to add one right there. Okay. So, new line. We already have, pains me to do this, but I think we're going to have to make this one stop on the actual main line, because we already have a bunch of trains stopping here. So we're going to try it with it on the main line and see how it goes. don't have a blue. Let's do a blue. Okay, going up there, over to there. Now it's only ever staying on their Y. Because I don't have got it. Okay. Alright, let's add this in real fast, see if that fixes it. It does. Okay, good deal. Alright. So, and I think at that point we only have one other through train at that point on the main line. So it should be okay. Alright. So that's ready. Let's go ahead and start. Let's build it. So, obviously we're doing our SD42s. Let's put some unique foreign power here. And the yellow is pretty similar. Let's add Burlington Northern. I think it's a good combo. Okay. Do we really need that much though? I don't think we do. Well, I don't know if that's... we have a few different options for... Well, first of all, let's make sure... Ooh, I'm glad I caught that, because this one does not take steel. Does this one take steel? No. Okay. This takes steel, and this takes plastic. Okay, so we're going to use these. And this will... This is a heavier set, so let's go ahead and throw... Let's go ahead and throw that third locomotive back on. We will get a stack... We will get a stack one later, or well cars later, that can actually handle steel, but we're not there yet. Okay. We're going to put you on, I didn't name it, but there we go. And we're going to call this Proviso Steel Plastics. Okay, now I realize I need to pause because it's not going to load anything on the Proviso right now. So I'm going to pause it. Don't need... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and expand because we are starting to get some trucks that can go above 50 miles an hour. So let's take full advantage of that. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can get up and over. Because I don't want... Let's back up so we can make that a smoother incline. I just don't want to mess with intersections or highway traffic or anything. I want this to be a smooth operation. Okay, that looks good. Let's bring it in. There we go. Okay, I do have it. Good deal. That's going to be critical here in a little bit for this. Oops. For this. this, I'm hoping I can just do something like this. Yep, okay. So we'll do that. Okay, I'm going to do that. It's going to give us plenty of time. Actually, I'm going to need 2. So we're going to need to run 2 different lines because none of our trucks have. Well, no, we won't need to. Never mind. Actually, it's just some trucks will carry oil and some trucks will carry the steel. When we get, there's a long haul fuel truck that we'll get here later. When we get that, it might make more sense to split it off. But for now, we are okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and create our line. We're going to start here. We'll keep the blue theme going. Drop it off. Oh, hold on. Fix our entrances and exits. Okay, I think we are set, so I'm going to go ahead and build from, where's my vehicle building? There it is. Alright, and we will absolutely use these. I'm going to go ahead and get 20 of them. Seems like overkill, but that's okay. Did I forget to name this again? I sure did. Okay, let's rename this. Okay, Temecula fuel steel, because that's the closest thing we are to. And this is connected to this. This is connected to this, which is perfect. And then the other piece that we're going to do is, and we're going to make this a 4. Okay, clearly not delete enough track. Ooh, interesting. I think I have to redo the bridge actually. Okay. You know what? We don't need to make this a 4-track because this is the only freight route on the line, so it's not like we're competing with traffic or anything. Okay. So we're going to build that there. And then repair the connection here. It's actually not that bad. Little jog, nothing to worry about. Okay. So then I'm trying to think of how I want to situate this here. Yeah, I think that will work well. Okay. This one we don't need to get fancy with at all. Keep it nice and simple. Go lighter blue for this. Drop it off there. I call this Temecula finished goods. And with this one, we can do a short haul. These gas trucks, I think they're like Soviet in origin. They're not really that much better, right? They go a little faster, they load a little faster, but they have a lower cargo capacity. Now these guys, it'll be fun kind of playing around with these for this short distance. Does it carry goods? It does. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 10 of those. And scroll down. Finished goods. Alright, the last thing we need to do is edit. I wonder if this is under billings. Yep, billings tools. Okay. So after 15th Street, we're going to stop here. And we're only going to load goods. And back at Temecula, we're already clear to unload everything. Okay, and then I think the final thing we need to do is add that. Now, can I actually get a service road into there? That's the million-dollar question. Let's find out. Ooh, yeah, you betcha. Alright, we're absolutely going to need to have waypoints going for this. Now, truck stop. Oh, this is nice and concentrated. Let's put you... right there. Okay. And new line. Put you all the way back there. I do this kind of tealish, aquish color. As soon as the autosave gets done, there we go. Okay, now, actually don't need that waypoint there, but I will need this one right there. Okay. Temecula goods local. And this is connected there. Okay. So that's my tram depot. There's my train depot. There's my road depot. And I will find path to stop. Did I select the wrong route? I must have. Oh yeah, yep, goods local. Duh. I named it the local for that reason and then completely ignored it. Okay. So now we should start to see. Okay, actually this is how we'll know. So right now only this goods factory is listed as a consumer. If I press play, we should see the Billings good factory light up as a consumer. Yep, we're good. Okay. So then the only other thing we need to do to get this online is we're going to run a train here from track 3. I don't think we've done red in a while. Let's let that thing stand out. Okay. Let's put you on track 2. It's going to be super busy. It is what it is. We're going to have to make it work. Okay. And this will be Proviso Steel Local. Okay. And only need one SD40-2 for this one. We'll vary it up. We'll use the gondolas instead of the coil cars. Okay. Alright, same deal. If this works, it should... Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Is he still coming through? Yes, he is. Okay. Let's manage this line real fast. So at Proviso, you're going to load two things. You're going to load plastics and steel. In Grand Prairie, you're not gonna pick up anything. Okay. There we go. Okay. So it is recognizing that it needs to get steel to the buildings. Okay, so we're good to go there. Perfect. So we're going to let this continue. I'm going to speed up time just a little bit to help with this. And then we'll go from there. Let's see how we're doing on the... Jeez. We still have that high of demand. Well, it is what it is. We'll have to deal with that in another episode. Okay, now moving on down. I've prepped Sacramento a little bit. You know, I widened out the streets and things. Let's go ahead and get a bus stop on the line. And we'll do this like weird mustardy color just to change it up. Alright, what is this? Sacramento, right? Yeah, Sacramento South. And let's go ahead and build a road depot outside of town. We don't need a ton of buses just yet, but it is coming. Okay. So for this corner of the map, since we're kind of imagining that like this part of the map represents like the eastern half of the United States, right? So almost if we turned it this way, you know, we got the Northwestern over here, Conrail, which is by this point I believe is CSX at this point. Over here, what's going on down here? How are we doing? Okay, we're looking good. Looks like we need to... Ooh, we might need to run another lumber line here in another episode. Okay. Anyway, but this is kind of becoming CSX. Look at all that. That is awesome. 609 capacity, 500 people riding it. So I figured if we're still on the eastern half of the United States, but in a different quadrant, it would seem logical that this would be the Norfolk Southern, which by this time in U.S. rail history, you know, it's really down to here because, again, they all kind of split, you know, Conrail and into two between the CSX and Norfolk Southern. So what we're going to do today, you know, eventually we'll obviously get both tools and fuel. We'll just do kind of an easier one, and we'll get the fuel system going here, just to get that online and ready to roll. So I'm going to start by before I forget, making this a more efficient route into town. So let's go ahead and start with that. I'm going to turn player ownership on for this one, so that way the city never grabs it. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and upgrade this. No. Hello. How can I get you to not do that? Bet if I do that. Perfect. Okay. So I just wanted to get that ready to go. So we've got our fuel refinery right here, which is nice, and then we have, I've already started the process of priming this up. I've got one oil well dropping off at the oil refinery, and I thought what we could do is have a train run this oil up, pick up refined oil, bring it back down, have a second train, then run it over here to the refinery. So that is what we're going to do. What did we get? Oh, buddy. Look at these. We're going to have to put these to use. I don't even care if it's cost efficient. I want to see I want to see 747s flying on this without a doubt. Alright, we got the new covered hoppers, which are great. There's more there to cut me off, but we'll have to check that out. Okay. Well, welcome to the 90s. Alright, this is the last, historically the last decade that the Chicago Northwestern existed. Let's not have that be the case on our playthrough. Okay. So right there. So let's see if we can't fit our depot like right here. But let's do this the right way. I think this will be the right way. Hope this will be the right way. Okay. Entrance, exit, delete. I don't like that. Let's do that. Yep. Okay. So new line. Oh, auto saving. Add to the suspense to see. There we go. Okay, make it an orange line. Start there. Oh yeah, we should probably figure out where we're dropping this stuff off, huh? Okay, truck stop. Let's go there. And then obviously expand that out. Okay, looks good. So we're going to call this Sacramento Fuel. And for this, I actually think I will use the gases because over that distance, the speed will make a difference. So let's go ahead and put you on. Whoa, uh-oh. Yeah, that's not going to work. I just sent them to a very different route. We don't need you driving all the way up to Springfield, although it would be funny to see how long that takes. I need you to go to Sacramento Fuel. Yep, that's much more correct. Okay. We'll slow time down a little bit while we work on this. So, let's see here. Where am I aiming? Right there. Okay, we do have modern crossings. Let's go ahead and safety first and actually put the gate on. We'll have it run right by this machines factory. That way, if we decide to develop it in the future, we have an option. Oof, that's a little messy. This is a highway, so we're going to go ahead and put that piece on. Okay. Let's back up, actually. Upgrade. Oh, we don't need a bus route. Okay. We will want 2 tracks for this one. And then we need to run. Oh, sweet. I can just run it right off of this road. It still connects. That's fantastic. This one only needs to be a single. And this, we can just connect right here. Now this, I anticipate having okay. Oh, whoa. That's a weird one. It like tried to curve up and over, it didn't make a switch. That's odd. Sometimes it does that in this game. Okay, so we got the switch back over. And we're just going to need more trains just to cover the distance, right? The reason why I think we can reliably start with just one train on the other route is it's so short. It'll easily be able to, especially with the cargo capacity of modern trains, it'll be very easy. It'll be very easy for us to just shuttle straight over. Okay. Looking pretty good. Alright, and then just to cover our butts, we'll do that as well. And we'll do that. Okay. So we need... I'm going to be lazy here. That and I mean there's really no need for it, but require a little more work to make one train depot serve both of these, so I won't. Okay, so new route. Make this one orange as well. Yep, that looks good. This would be the Sacramento oil line. And then here, we'll call this St. Louis oil short. Okay, so then get our diesels lined up. Okay, so that's bringing the refined oil back. Okay, it's got it online. Now we can really... Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? Pause. This is not Chicago Northwestern. This is the Norfolk Southern. Which means they don't run left-handed, they run right-handed. And I gotta fix that train I just made. Because there's not any reason why it would just run foreign power. That would not make any sense. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our train. Alright, now I do believe... Don't have any Norfolk Western. Do we have any Norfolk Western GP38s? We do, so we can always fall back to those, but I think we have some... Oh, and they're the high hoods. I think those look really cool. Okay, now... You know we don't need to, but I just think it looks cool. So I'm going to run it as an intermodal. Because the intermodal tank components look really cool, I think, in my opinion. Okay, and this is... Sacramento Oil. Now let's go ahead and fix this other guy, because he absolutely should not be a C&W. SD40. Let's use one of the GP38s. A little less power, makes sense for a shorter haul. Like, oh, that's not what I wanted. Makes more sense. There we go. And reversing, I'm cool with that. Shorter haul, okay. Now, let's see if it recognizes... Oh, you bet it does. Okay. So this guy is going to pick up some oil. Okay, good deal. Alright, so now the last thing that I want to do is have a little more airplane fun, but this time passenger. I'm going to go ahead and let's make it 2 terminals just in case. Just in case. But I want it to be a pretty good way away from the city, just because, again, the noise level is very high. Okay. It's pretty far removed. Close that out. Can I build the second runway yet? No. Later on you can actually build a whole second runway. Oh. I can do it right now. Look at that. I don't think I need to add another taxiway. There we go. Okay. So we've got this airport here. And let's go ahead. Actually, hold on. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna pull up Sacramento South in between 14th and Chestnut. We're gonna have it do that. Okay. And we're gonna have it connect all the way up here. Now I'm going to, let's see. Okay. Build the regional airport. It's a cool little mod. Kind of feels true to Flint. I feel like Flint would be a regional a regional airport. Okay. And then let's see, we've got actually no need to get cute. Let's just do this. And we can put full-blown terminals in here as we need to, but right now I just don't feel like we do. Alright, Flint core loop. Okay, now let's go ahead and get, oops. Let's make this green. Flint. And I feel like this is going to really do some traffic movement here, because not only are people going to fly from Sacramento to Flint, but then they're going to hop on the train, right? I'm trying to find an airline passenger route that won't disrupt the existing rail traffic at all. So, oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's try that again. Flint to Sacramento passengers. Okay. That looks good to me. So what do we have available for passengers? Oh wow. Oh, we have like actual 767s, huh? Okay. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and go with Delta. Delta's my go-to airline. They really haven't let me down. So I think this is going to last us for quite some time. Might be oversized for a regional airport. That's okay. No big deal. Alright, speaking of that, let's hop over here. Like, this dude just took off, and yet there's machines here waiting. Let's look at this line. $120. Okay. So we can probably get away with let's sell yeah, we'll save this for another one. I want to see him, but I want to make sure I'm not. I mean, that's our moneymaker, right? I mean, this is our $65 million route. I don't want to mess that one up. So we're going to come back to that. Okay, let's do a time hop. See if we can get Sacramento to grow. See if we can get the goods online, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we have done our time jump here. I did a decently lengthy one just because when you're building fresh lines in brand new cities, it takes a while for you to really see effect because of the demand. But as you can see, as this train's passing us by right now, that is a very full line of oil there for us. So it is making its way back down, taking a while to get up to speed. I took an engine off to try and be a little more cost efficient with that route. In the meantime, though, Sacramento has grown considerably. As you can see, it's more than overcome the initial dip when I had to destroy a bunch of things to make room for roads. You can see our passenger line is full, and not only is it full, but I just recently added a second plane on, which that one's full, and that one's full. So this is doing quite well. And there's plenty more folks waiting there. And then over here, up here, you can see they had just had a plane leave that was full, but this is about to drop off, another flight's worth basically. Um, I've also added um, two more trains on the line. We're back to being negative right now, but I'm okay with that. I'm trying to get ahead of our growth. You can see what's happened to Flint. My goodness. Access to 7,000 destinations, huge modifier, plus these, and it has just completely exploded. We're up into 1,100 now. You can see now that we're in the 90s, you got these cool modern looking skyscrapers, which is really neat to see. So how are we looking here? 61, 99. Yeah, I mean, these are full trains, even though I've added up to four more. And the reason why is because, holy smokes, how many, what do we got on here? 10, we can add two more. It's going to be a bottleneck if we don't get that addressed. But I mean, you can see just how many people are here now, and that's, that train just left and was full. So even though this is only 7, that's because the train just left. Over here, you got 206 people trying to get to Grand Prairie. I have added a fifth train to this line, and this one's still definitely profitable. So we're looking really good there. Temecula has also grown leaps and bounds. You can see the impact of finally starting to get some goods online, because that's the commercial product that expands shopping facilities. So you can see that right there. We need to get some more vehicles here to help out. What's the tools issue? Billings tools. What's our max capacity? 90. I'm going to pause real fast. Edit that. Let's go ahead and fully expand that out up to 150. Help accommodate the growth in tools there. And obviously, we've got goods online. I'm going to see if there's something I can do about that steel situation. Because obviously, you can see we've got an excess of plastic. See if we can't balance that out. I set it up, if I can get it to look here. Where are we at? Steel plastics. I set up the line so that way it only fills to 50% capacity for each, which helps a little bit to balance that out. Where are we at right now? Oh, just returning. Okay. And we're definitely losing a lot of money on this line right now because the volume just has not, as you can see, like there's 30 and 54, right? The volume is not quite there. So in fact, let's go ahead and dial this down a little bit. That'll help keep our costs down. Okay. All right. So we're looking really, really good, actually. Let's see if there's one other change I caught that I could do. Oh, yeah. So I realized autoracks can carry either goods or machines. So I switched up the Grand Prairie goods train to carry autoracks because I think they look super cool, which is awesome to see. So this thing's at max production. Um, this thing has leveled up, right, because it's got, two different consumers on the line. How are we looking over here? This thing is starting to go up as well. Um, this is getting better because I expanded its capacity out a little bit. But overall, we're looking really good. Oh, the one final thing I did, I went ahead. Yep, there we go. Went ahead and added those 747s because they look super cool, and they're so high capacity that we only need two of them. And look at the balance. Holy smokes, we are making. They're a little too big. They're clipping the airport, but that's okay. But you can see, I mean, it cleans house now. Huge. Uh, Looks super cool. So I'm super happy for that. So we're in good shape here. Preview for next time. We obviously need to get tools online, and we also need to work on. We've got some machine needs here for both St. Louis and Manchester, and then it's down to just Costa Mesa and Memphis, and we have gotten. Holy cow! Look at that. And that's with, I've already added another train on the line. Yeah, I bet these are full. I'm gonna, well, I mean, I'll add another one. Because that's nuts. I mean, that's several trains. What's it looking like in the other cities? I mean, nothing. I mean, this just left, but still. Not nearly as much demand here as there is here. Where are they all trying to go? But then look, I mean, it's up here too. So, no, we need to expand, and we need to. Looks like we need to get a fifth for the Kate Shelley online as well. Okay. Well, on that note, I think this is the perfect time to sign off. We will see you all next time as we look to expand. Operations down here with the Norfolk Southern, as well as make sure that we're meeting the needs of our cities up here. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks.